Welcome to Hot Messes, Big Visions, the podcast for parents, founders, and dreamers doing it all in leggings covered in yogurt. We're Nikki and Sophia, co-founders of The Village Co., mums of 4 tiny humans, and builders of a tech-powered babysitting empire with little family nearby and a whole lot of chaos.
Each week, we're talking real-life parenting, behind-the-scenes startup truth bombs, and the big vision driving it all. Because building your dream doesn't need to be polished. It just needs to be real. This is Hot Messes, Big Visions. Let's get into it.
Hello!
Welcome back.
Welcome back. New week.
New week. How is everybody survived?
I'm new.
Surviving coffee.
Yeah. So how are you surviving with the coffee?
Just
Hanging on by a thread? I'm seriously tired. I don't know if it's because the weather has changed or
daylight savings.
might be daylight savings, although I feel like that was a couple of weeks ago now.
It's still affecting my kids. I don't know if it's the light because it's just,
It would be the light. Yeah.
yeah, we've got a blackout curtain, but I feel like the kids are just too smart for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're tricking us. I know it is bright out there.
Exactly. Yeah. It's really hard to explain to people. Like, I feel
You
like
don't go through the daylight savings, or
well, I find it hard to always
don't
remember.
exist.
I don't know. I would not know when it was if it wasn't for my phone doing it for me. Like it's not like I know.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you're asking like little people to try and understand something that we don't really understand, and we've been doing it for the last like 30, 40 years, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, some places have been doing it for 30, 40.
yeah, fair. But still, but yeah, I have to say I'm definitely tired. Big news for me this week.
Yes, tell me.
I quit my job. So I no longer, yeah. So now
That
going,
must have been a hard decision.
well, yes and no. I feel very, very lucky that I can. Well, I can't actually. It's not like we're like swimming in money, right? So
Finally, did you win the lotto?
yeah, exactly. So no, but hey, the village is growing,
Yes.
and it's nice to be able to put some time to it.
Yes.
And one of us had to do it.
Yes, and it could not be me.
Well, we're just going through. We're going through a point where it's like, let's give it a go.
That is big news.
Yeah,
Huge. It's hard
it's really hard.
when that's been your life, right?
Yeah, but it's also hard because even though it wasn't my forever job, it was so different. It was like my first job in New Zealand, right? So that's been the hard thing, is that and it's that whole identity piece. Like I want the village to be our identity. I want it to be, what we become, what we grow into something bigger. I can see where like operationally what we need to do to a certain extent, but it's hard doing the jump
Yeah.
and backing yourself.
It's like getting a tattoo, right? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Maybe not.
Right.
I think I'm going to get this one. Yeah. I'm committed. No, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to quit. No, I can't quit because X, Y, and Z is involved, right?
Yeah. But it's also like, it was my identity. I think that was the thing that's worried me, is that now I'm sort of like, having a job when you're a parent gives you an identity that's different to parenting.
Yeah.
It's the one place that I am that I'm not mum.
Yeah.
Even when we're doing the village, like one of the big things is that we are mum.
We are parents.
And we are parents.
Yeah.
So it was the one thing that I had where I wasn't a parent, where I could sit and have a hot coffee and
talk about other things.
And even though everyone knew I was a mum and I just spoke about my kids all the time,
As you do.
and yeah, I felt like it was like the one part of adulting that didn't involve parenting. But at the same time, I was ready to go all in on, to go all in the village and to shift. So yeah, so it's a hard one. It's a real hard one. I feel like I'm going through a bit of an identity crisis again while I try and figure myself out. But I don't know if I've just been going through a permanent one
Since you've had your children.
since I had my babies. Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite funny, hey, because people talk about it.
Do this
Sort of,
yeah.
but not really, because your life will change when you have kids, but you don't realize the extent to which it will change you as a person. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes,
Yes,
your life
exactly.
itself changes
Yeah.
because you won't sleep, or you will sleep, but you'll be up in the morning and thinking about someone else other than yourself. What you don't realize is that every inch of you changes, and the way you think changes, the way you behave changes, the things you do change, the way you look changes,
Yeah.
and you don't realize the extent that those changes affect you. uh, and they do, like, mentally as well. Even the job that you're in, sometimes the job that you were in just doesn't match with you as a parent as it did before you had kids. But yeah, like, getting back to feeling you after you have kids is really tricky. Don't know about you, but
Mm.
with Hunter, it was fine. I went back into a bit of a routine. I, started coaching again, and very early on, he was about 4 months old, and that was part of my life. I really enjoyed that. So I was active and physical, and still a bit social, and went back to my original job, and it's a little bit of a tweak. But after a year, everything changed. Everything changed. Your body doesn't quite bounce back, as I'm also older. Hate to admit it.
Still younger than me.
Yes, yes, I will hold on to that. I'm not saying that I'm old or that you're old, but right, I just feel like my body hasn't quite. Yes, I haven't taken up exercise like I probably should have, but
With what time?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just exhausted. There's no
Yep.
time because you're trying to work and clean and parent and organize
And
shit
what?
left, right, and center in
Mm.
life, and things change. Dynamics change. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't quite bounced back like I probably should have, or wanted to. Sorry, wanted to, or was expecting, I guess.
Mm.
I was like, oh yeah, I picked up a bit more weight while I was pregnant with Ophelia. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just breastfeed and it'll go away. It did not go away. And also, she weaned herself at like 6 months or something stupid. So I was like, no, you will breastfeed until I lose this weight. Didn't
Not
happen.
really.
No, I know.
Yeah. Great. No, it's true. Yeah. I definitely, with Jess, you have your baby and you do kind of bounce back, or at least you've still got time. Like, you feel like, you're only managing one child.
Yes.
When you've got,
I only have 3 or 4.
I know, I know. I couldn't. I feel like by the time you hit two, you're in such chaos that you may as well just go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point in really worrying too much about it? Like, it all just goes haywire from there.
Onward spiral.
Yeah. But I felt like I was able to sort of, well, I got pregnant with Ollie very quickly.
Quickly.
So that was the other thing. So he just kind of just, yeah, by the time I started working out again, I remember I just started working out again. And that's when I then realized, and I realized I was pregnant with him. And I never bounced back after that. But I know that one of the big things that I really want to do is try and make time
Yeah.
to find, because what
Yeah.
you were saying earlier about getting back, I know that I can never go back. I want to know who I am now, and that's my identity crisis, I guess,
That
coming
you're,
through. Like,
yeah.
I need to figure out who, and I know it'll come to me as time goes on.
Right.
But I can't go back because I can never be pre-kids.
Yeah, you can never be that person again.
No,
Yeah.
I definitely can't be that person again. I'm too tired and too broken, but I will. But I hope
You
that
have
I
big
figure
responsibilities now. I suppose.
exactly. I remember being tired before I had children. Now I'm like, I don't remember or I don't understand. But I actually think that, but then in that time, I had time to go to the gym. I had time to see everybody. I had time to really work hard. I used to work down.
Told me, because I was mentioning it might have been a colleague, can't remember, but someone was like, now you're just making excuses. And I looked at him, was a man, by the way,
Mm.
and I thought to myself, what? He's like, no, if you're saying you don't have time to exercise, that's rubbish. Instead of scrolling on your phone or whatever, you could do like squats and lunges and all that crap. And I was like, you know what? It's not just about the time, it's also about the energy that I have to put into it.
Mm.
Because I have tried when I don't kind of remember how old Ophelia was. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to download the Sweet app because it's worked for me in the
Oh,
past.
yeah.
Great app, incredible programs. And you can do it at home. And I've done it before. And so I downloaded it and I said to myself, you know what, 3 times a week when the kids are asleep, I'm going to do this. I just didn't have the energy, man.
Yeah.
And this was before I started working. It wasn't just, yeah, I mean, I was doing it at 9 o'clock at night or something stupid while Sean was on the computer doing his social media stuff. And I just thought, you know what, this is not sustainable.
No.
I'm tired. I don't physically or mentally have the capacity to do this. And then I thought, cool, I'll wake up early. But my kids are early risers, and it's not like I can just put them in the corner. I've tried, trust me, I've tried them
Yeah.
with toys because you think, oh, it's fine, they'll just play. They don't just play. Like, what's mum doing? Oh, you're on a phone. Cool device. Let me
Yeah.
touch it. Put my face on it and lick it. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, you're on the floor. Let me climb on top
yeah,
of you. You must obviously be on the floor because you want me to climb on top of you.
what are
Like,
you doing? And climb.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like, it's not because I started doing F45 because I thought, yeah, I'm gonna try and like lose some of this baby weight and da 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 da. And the thing is that, and I did enjoy it,
Yeah.
but I was exhausted, utterly exhausted, because when you couple that with working and parenting and getting up in the night with the babies and then I was getting up at 5 a.m. and I was doing the gym in the
Couldn't, but
morning.
you did that for quite some time as well.
Yeah,
Impressed, but also just confused. How are you doing it?
because I really wanted to do the exercise, I
Yeah.
wanted to lose the weight, I wanted to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then the flip side of it was that actually, yes, it's not sustainable because actually it's making me more and more exhausted, snappy at my family because I'm exhausted and I'm passing out at like 7, 8 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
which means I don't actually have any time with my husband.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that the relationship takes strain, right?
Yeah.
Because you're putting your kids first and then obviously work because you need to survive. And you can't let the house go to an absolute sham. I mean, you can, but
Well,
to
honestly,
what extent? And then, yeah.
well, actually, we can jump into messy moment of the week.
Go,
because
go.
Because, right, this, and I do not want to say that this is my fault because it's not, and it takes two to tango, two to tango. It takes in the house, like me and my husband. It's not just me. So cause problems, sure, and
Also the children.
they're just one. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Oh my god. Yeah, they are a law unto themselves. Those two. But the thing is that I feel like, and don't get me wrong, the Waikato has been struggling with ants recently.
Yes.
But but I do feel like,
And
and there are ants everywhere. But I do feel like because I have struggled to get on top of the cleaning, the washing, all of those things, it's just firefighting. Recently, I've just been like, I cannot, like, one thing has to give. And right now, what's giving is the house. And I have not, this has been the worst.
the least important part of it, right? Sort of.
Well, don't get me wrong, I'm still doing like the
But,
basics,
yeah.
the basics, but I'm not scrubbing like I
Yes.
used to, and I know even Jeremy's been a little bit slack on the vacuuming recently. Um, and it's like we'll obviously sweep up after the kids have breakfast because but we just didn't have the energy, and I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm justifying this before I even begin. But basically, we ended up getting an ant infestation. And when I say an ant infestation, it was insane. Like I took the kids downstairs a few, what was it? It must have been last Friday. And as I put them both down on the ground, I suddenly saw like a little trail of ants.
These little, yeah.
And I was like, where are they
Fine.
going?
like this.
Like those Daffy Duck or like Bugs Bunny or whatever,
Yes.
right? It was like that. It was like,
Like we're marching.
yeah,
Let's do.
yeah, like that they actually do. And I was like, where are they going? And they're going past the fridge. I'm like, okay, followed it. It looks like they're going up the whatever you call it, the bench and going along the bench. And I was like, where are they going? Anyway, we managed to find like where we thought they were coming from.
Oh.
And Jeremy was like, right, that's it. Thank God it was my last day at work. So it meant that Jeremy had to deal with it. So he's like, I will pull everything out of the pantry and I will,
Did he?
yeah, he did. Yeah. And he's like, and he'll find it. Anyway, turns out there was so many more than what we actually expected.
What was the culprit? What brought
An open bag of couscous.
Cause cooked.
Uncooked.
That's very random.
I know.
I would think it would be like a kid's chocolate or sweet bar.
We did find a marshmallow as well at the back of the cupboard.
It was the marshmallow. It was not the couscous.
It was. They were inside the couscous.
What?
And the marshmallow.
I am perplexed.
What does that even mean?
Why?
It was apparently it was really bad. Anyway, so we pulled everything out. We've scrubbed it within an inch of its life. We have sprayed the house. We have done barrier spray. We are a hop, skip, and a jump away from bug bombing the house. And
use all the chemicals.
Seriously, it's so bad. And the whole time, I just spent this whole time just like going into total mum guilt, going, I'm so sorry. It's because I haven't been on top of all the cleaning. And like, don't do that.
But you do feel bad about things that you haven't done.
But it's almost like, and you can turn around and go, well, what was Jeremy doing? Shitloads of cleaning as well. Because that's what we do. We spend our entire time cleaning up after our little kids. Then Jess has recently she goes down just before bed or just after we put her to bed. She goes downstairs, gets herself a slice of bread.
I've seen her do it.
So I've obviously done it. And I've always been told never to have
food in the bedroom.
That was always a rule I had as a kid. And I said to Jess, and I even said to Jeremy, I do not agree with this. We do not we do not eat food in bedrooms. And it was getting to a point where like Jeremy was going in before she got into bed every night and doing this on her sheets because it was absolutely full of bread. Like, God's sake,
the crumbs.
So Jeremy is a stickler for screen time. So he makes me laugh because
for the kids.
No, for the kids. But we're not allowed to have a TV in the bedroom or anything like that.
Yes.
He does not believe that there should be TVs upstairs.
I agree.
Bread, on the other hand, seems to be like
bread is fine.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Bread is loud. You say as I see an ant walking across my table.
There you go. See, they have taken over the Waikato. So it's a real big one actually but with now he understands my reasoning behind.
No, I get it. You just needed an infestation.
We just needed an infestation.
Of couscous. Come on, for the couscous.
I don't even understand it. I have to now there is no kids or anyone really is allowed to eat food on any carpeted area.
Have you put it down like a square stick where they're allowed to eat their food?
Exactly.
In this block.
Honestly, it's so bad. And I hate all this kind of stuff. Like it just makes my skin crawl.
Well, same. I've also had a few arguments because Hunter likes to grab his food and Ophelia as well. She'll tell me that she's done eating, but then she'll ask for a handful, shove it in her mouth, and then chew, and then all the crumbs are going in there. We don't have a massive house, but she walks through and it's just like drop, crumbs everywhere. I feel like I vacuum the house every single day.
Oh yeah, we do.
But it's just covered in crumbs. But again, no ants to that extent. I've had the odd ant.
We're still trying to get rid of it. I've given Jeremy until Friday, and then I said I'm going to pay for pest control.
I'm going to bomb the whole house.
Well, yes, exactly that. Because I can't handle all this crap. Like I'm
on top of everything else. Yeah.
So I'm like
bed bugs.
Oh yeah.
Making me itchy.
I know. I've been like,
stop talking about it.
Yeah. So that was my messy moment of the week. But it's also how you kind of almost blame yourself when shit like that happens. That's ridiculous. Why?
I don't know. because we're it's ingrained in us, right? That you've got certain responsibilities. And if something goes wrong, it's your fault because you didn't do them. But you know what? Who gives a shit? Shit happens. And it's no one's fault. The fact of the matter is that next time you close the couscous.
Yes. Do you have a messy moment of the week?
Nothing to that extent, so no. No. Messy moment of the week. Oh, okay. So last week I spoke about Ophelia wanting to do absolutely everything by herself. She's also got this thing where if I put in the mornings, we are always late. We're always late. No matter what we do, we're always late. So if I let her take her time and get herself into the car seat, it would take about 1,000 years. So I pick her up and put her in. And she goes into this like rigor mortis body and grabs onto to the edge of the door and she holds on for dear life and it's impossible to get her into the chair. And like my car's low to the ground, right? So getting her in, you've got to maneuver her body around so she doesn't whack her head. And it's a mission. So, but she's very food driven.
She's also facing back.
She's
That
also
makes it
facing
so,
back.
yeah,
Yes.
so that does make it harder. I mean, I'm not saying turn her around. I'm just saying
But
that actually makes it harder when you have
100% because she's,
rear
you know,
facing.
Hunter is front facing, but whatever, it is what it is. And I managed to get her in every single time. And it's usually with some form of bribery and saying, you know, "Oh, I'll get you a snack, or you can clip yourself in and, you know, whatever." This particular time, yes, I found a cookie that was in her car seat that must have been there for about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And I found it and I was like, here you go. You can have the cookie. My moment of the week, I reckon. But it worked. She stopped, she grabbed the cookie and started eating it. And I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. It was really soft. Like I could see it sort of, you know, when it's really damp and it's been sitting out for a while.
Yeah.
Why it was there in the first place, you know, probably because I haven't cleaned my car in weeks and weeks and weeks. But yeah, I found the cookie, gave it to her, she ate it, and she's actually fine. She didn't get any sort of sickness
Oh, well, there you
or
go.
anything. So
I do feel like,
okay,
yeah, she'll be fine.
she'll be fine. She eats shit off the floor anyway.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah, but then you'll make them a really lovely, delicious dinner. And they won't eat that.
No, what?
But a 2-week-old cookie.
Probably longer than that, to be honest. What else happened? Hunter was playing around in his pad. What are you doing? He goes, not a messy moment, but just, and he's going to hate me for saying it one day when he eventually maybe listens to this, but he goes, the willy popped out by itself. And I'm just putting it back. And I was like, you speaking about your willy in the third person? The willy popped itself out. I was just like, okay. All right, we doing that now? I don't such a boy though. Let's say you do
Ollie, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I always have to keep saying, I'm like, stop playing. Like, get your hands out your pants. Stop playing. And he like starts giggling. And I'm like, they are made. Like, made like that.
They're drawn.
They are drawn.
Well, I suppose if I had a willy, I'd probably want to
Still
feel
feel
them.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it's like having an ear.
No, not particularly.
I just do not know. I want to keep it that way as well. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a crazy one. There's this whole kid stuff. I don't really know what to do with the ants. Well, I say I've got until Friday and then I'm just going to get
Bomb it.
someone in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon.
To bomb the place. Have good times. I feel like we've hit that time in the year. It'll be ants, then it'll be
Ants
flies.
and flies, then maggots. So gross.
So gross. The good old Waikato, the lovely damp air that we breathe. Well, on that note, happy people, I think we let us know your messy moment of the week.
Yes.
Please do.
Please let us know.
How are you getting on with the ants here in the Waikato?
Yeah. I've got nothing more.
Nothing more to say on that.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great
see you
weekend.
soon.
See ya. Okay, so that's it for this week. Hot messes, big visions. If you love this episode, share it with your village, or better yet, tag us on Instagram at Village Babysitting. with your own messy moment.
Want to book a sitter? Start your own big vision or join the beta. Head to thevillage.co.nz and let us hook you up. Until next time, remember, you don't need to have it together to be going somewhere.